Could we all stand and salute the flag, please? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like us to have just a moment to reflect on the hardships that the people in Haiti have been going through, and to reflect on or wish for them that they will be able to not just rebuild their country the way it was, but to build a better country, because they have been suffering for a long time. Thank you. Need a roll call?
Mark D'Agostino.
Here.
Thomas Dewhurst.
Here.
Johanna Schaefer. Here. Virginia Stern.
Here. The first item on the agenda is for the town board to approve the abstracts, which are lists of all the payments that have been made in the last bit of time. So I make a motion that we approve abstract 2 and abstract 2P. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Yes.
Thank you. Approval of the minutes from January 14th. Rita had made the changes we talked about during the workshop. So given those changes, is everybody, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the minutes from January 14th.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion at all? Anything else? All right. All those in favor? Aye. Liaison reports. Mark?
We did not have a meeting this past month due to the weather.
And fortunately, we didn't get this huge snowstorm recently.
Yes.
The last couple of days, that was good. I'm sure it was helpful to you. You sound better.
Thank you.
A little bit. Tom?
Oh, for the highway, we had a gentleman stop by and give a report on the things for the DEC as far as the underground tanks. He had to check to see if there's any more underground tanks on the premises down at the highway, and none were found. He also is initiating an SPCC spill plan, and they're going to have drums with the necessary booms and spill pads and absorbents in case there is a spill for anything. They're also going to put up some barriers around the new fuel oil tank that's used for the heating of the shop. Okay, and they're also going to put a automatic reel for the diesel tank for the hose there, so it's not on the ground anymore. The fellow did a real good job. He replaced another company that the highway did have. Got rid of all the violations. Now we just have to go through DEC to make sure everything is all taken care of. And so far it looks pretty good. Jim Myers has been doing a real good job with that, and along with the fellow from the new company, everything's turned out pretty well so far. That's my report.
Okay. Joanne? Do you have another committee, though? Were you able to?
CAC?
Yeah.
I got a message on my or on the email that it was canceled.
Okay.
And Mark only has one.
Yeah.
Okay. The Fire Commission meeting was held on February the 9th. They opened bids for the removal of the shed near the firehouse, and the contract was awarded to the lowest bidder, JSK, for $6,000. They're having a few equipment problems. Ambulance is out of service, has a stalling problem. Was able to make the last emergency call, but they had a little trouble getting it started. And the generator is having some difficulties, and they're having both of those repaired.
That was new, too.
Yeah. What, the generator? Yeah. I wasn't on that, but I didn't know that. 18 members have made the service list, and they have some new members coming in, which is good to hear, but it's $1,400 apiece to outfit a new fireman. They're looking into a different insurance company to see if they can lower their rates. They're also considering having a guest speaker, Brad Pinsky, who is a lawyer who specializes in fire company issues. And they thought it would be good to have him come and give the commissioner's course, because some people are unfamiliar with various procedures. The applications, new applications they have, Richard Prentice went from life to active, and Cheryl Hall has applied. Their meetings are going to be moved to the third Tuesday of the month at 7:30. This meeting happened to be the second Tuesday, but they're moving them to the third Tuesday to accommodate one of the commissioners. And they will be having a workshop next Tuesday at 7 o'clock to go over contracts and their procurement policy. They're also trying to find a design a handicapped accessibility ramp for the firehouse, and they think that they have that well underway and will be able to start work on that soon. This month there were 22 EMS calls, 5 fire calls, and 4 accident calls.
There's one chair here, and there's some chairs in the room right behind if you... Okay.
Okay. Planning board is meeting in the future. We'll have to report on that later.
Okay. There are just a few things that I want to talk about that might be of interest. One is to remind people that the school board is discussing the budget for next year. They welcome public comment. If anybody wants to go to any of their meetings and ask questions or comment, just call Pine Plains School or go on the district website, and you'll see when the meetings are. We've all known that this is going to be a tough year economically for people and towns. We have an indication so far from the mortgage tax revenues that have come in that our accountant is predicting that we might be $25,000 under what we had predicted and budgeted for. So we just all have to keep in mind that to spend sparingly and be very careful. The county legislature has repealed the sales tax exemption for clothing and shoes under $100. That goes into effect the 1st of March. We have 2 county legislators in the town of Stanford. Gary Cooper voted for the repeal. However, Mike Kelsey voted against it. So it's just good to know who's on our side. The county executive estimates that the county will make $5.4 million in revenue, and as it's divided among the towns, $7,817 will come to Stanford, which sounds really great, except that the county